Very interesting. Reading about the Youth Development Strategy Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, it's about the support young people of New Zealand aged 12 to 24 receive from their government and society. It's about developing them with skills and attitudes needed to participate positively in their society, today, and onward. Components of this strategy consists of a vision, principles, aims and goals. So, let's continue through each component of this strategy. Our first stop ahead is vision. The vision for this strategy is for New Zealand to be a country where young people are vibrant and optimistic through being supported and encouraged to take up challenges.
Our next stop are the principles of this strategy. Altogether there are 6 principles.
The first principle declares that youth development is shaped by the big picture.
Can you be more specific about this big picture? Like, what does it mean?
You know how you look at a picture and can draw out underlining messages. For example, the facial expression, the background where the picture was taken, the type of clothes and other interesting facts in that picture. The same when dealing with youth development. Really, the message behind this principle is that when you see a youth, you see values and beliefs. You see them in their social, cultural, economic contexts and trends.
Furthermore, in New Zealand, their Treaty of Waitangi demands all her citizens be cared for and protected. This includes their youth.
There are also other legal obligations New Zealand are committed to uphold. These includes Department of Child, Youth and Family Services Act 1999, Oranga Tamariki, Youth Advocates, Regulations 2020, Human Rights in New Zealand, the United Nations Convention of the Rights of the Child and many more that protects youth in New Zealand. The second principle is about young people being connected. Connection here is about the youth connecting to others and vice versa. Disconnection must be discouraged, for it can produce isolation, and isolation is dangerous for our youth because social interaction is their platform of learning. It is also about the youth or young people connecting to their friends, family, school, and community. The third principle is based on a consistent strength-based approach. This principle identifies 2 kinds of factors always parallel to the developing journey of our youth. The first is termed risk factors, and the second, protective factors. Risk factors increase the likelihood of difficulties in life and poor health and well-being. Protective factors enhance life opportunities and promote good health and well-being. At the designing of policies and programs for the facilitation of our youth, it is very important to help our young people's capacity to resist risk factors and enhance the protective factors. The fourth principle is about the development of youth through quality relationship. With this principle, it acknowledges the importance of supporting and equipping people for successful relationship with young people. It is important that everyone is supported and equipped to have successful, quality relationship with young people. The fifth principle surrounds the idea of participation. Active participation by young people is about involving them in making decisions about their world. Parents, caregivers, and youth workers facilitate that involvement. You don't want a child to make all the decisions, but you also don't want to reject them because their development might tangled upon rejection.
The sixth and last principle to this youth development strategy relates to good information. It's about youth development in need of good information for good development. Informations nowadays are at the click of a finger, and many times blended with good and bad contents. This principle encourages policy developers and youth-related organizations to make available by effective research, evaluation, and information gathering of good informations for youth development. The next stop for this journey is about the goals of this strategy. Altogether, there are 4 goals of this strategy to assist those assisting the development of the youth. The first goal relates to a strength-based approach. This goal for workers identifies the strength of a youth in trouble, addressing the problem using an initiative that relates to the strength of that youth. It is primarily not focusing on decreasing the problem at hand, but enhancing what is believed the strength of that youth, which in turn will overcome the problem we are trying to diminish.
Then there is the quality relationship as the second goal. The goal is about developing skilled people to work with young people. It highlights the importance of those who are actively engaged with any youth, in any setting. Equipping and enhancing that relationship through specific training is what this goal encourages. The third goal relates to youth participation. It is about providing opportunities for young people to actively participate and engage. A positive development to young people is about involving them to contribute in the decisions that affects them, and the environment that surrounds them. The last goal of this strategy surrounds the idea of an informed approach. This goal includes sharing more and better information on effective programs and providing more support in youth development research and evaluation.
Now we've come to the aims of this strategy. Altogether there are 3 aims to this strategy. Here are the 3 aims of this strategy. 1. All young people have opportunities to establish positive connections to their key social environments. 2. Government policy and practice reflect a positive youth development approach. Last but not least, all young people have access to a range of youth development opportunities. We have now covered major components of this strategy. This presentation is hopeful that any person observing will be inspired to add a touch of blessing to a young person's life.